Hello, guys. Good morning. Welcome to the session today. Hope you all can hear me. Can you guys confirm once? Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
I hope all of you can hear me clearly and see my screen.
Yes,
Oh, okay. Great. Thanks for confirming. So today is going to be our very first demo session for data engineering with Google Cloud Platform. And you might have been seeing nowadays Google Cloud Platform or GCP data engineers are having a plenty of opportunities with a very decent hike and plenty of opportunities for GCP data engineering as well as Azure data engineering also. Okay, so as a part of today's demo session, we will talk about what is data engineering. We will see on a high level what is data engineering and what is the role of a data engineer. And after that, we will also talk about what is this Google Cloud Platform and what are the benefits of using the Google Cloud Platform over the other cloud platforms also we will see. And then a detailed course curriculum which we are going to cover for the next 3 months as a part of these sessions. We will see what are the cloud basics that we are going to cover, what are the data engineering tools that we are going to cover. We will see as a detailed course curriculum. And then we will also talk about the course details, what is the timings and how the notes will be provided and how the recordings will be provided. And we will also see such kind of a details as well. Okay, so as a part of the demo session today, this is the agenda, guys. We are going to first see what is data engineering, and then GCP overview, the detailed course curriculum, and the course details as well. So this is a part of the agenda. So you might be having a plenty of the questions also, right? So some of the people may be having a question, sir, I'm attending the sessions. I will attend your course. And how would I get a job from the course? And what about my current experience? How to manage my current experience? Sir, I do not know the cloud at all. Is it easy for me to learn or not? Or, sir, will I be able to do it or not, first of all? Right? So does it make any sense to my profile? Currently I'm working in support role, or currently I'm working in some other production role, or different backgrounds that I'm coming from. So does it make sense to my profile or not? So for all of these questions, are some people may be having even more questions also. Don't worry about these kind of a questions. By the end of this session, how to manage your current experience and put this GCP data engineering course experience so that you can how to apply for the companies and how to get the opportunity we are going to cover by the end of the session. Okay, so I'm going to answer all of these questions by the end of the session. Please be patient throughout the sessions. Okay, yes. And yes, my name is Sheikh Saidul, guys. If you ask me what about me, sir, my name is Sheikh Saidul. I'm currently working as a solution architect at Contact. I'm also a consultant at Databricks. Coming to my education, I have completed my master's degree from NIT Trichy, National Institute of Technology, Tiruchirappalli. I do have more than 9 years of experience into this cloud and data engineering and AI. Have done many certifications, GCP, Azure, Databricks. Even I have GenAI certifications also, Python, Terraform, GenAI, AWS certifications also I have. I've been teaching this GCP data engineering from last 3 years, I would say, 3+ years. Proud to say that from the last 3 years onwards, I've been teaching the GCP data engineering, and you are in a very safe hands. You are in a very good hands. I'm going to teach you the GCP data engineering from a very basic to the advanced, so that you can easily crack your interviews and you can easily work in the company comfortably. Okay, so that's something that I can promise you guys, because from last 3 years onwards, I taught almost more than 90 plus batches, 80 plus to 90 plus batches in between. I've taught. I even also provided the trainings for the corporates as well. Okay, so my name is Sheikh Saidhul. Currently, I'm working as a solution architect at Quantech. I'm also a consultant at Databricks. Okay, yes. Now, let us try to understand our very first topic, that is, what is data engineering? Can you guys tell me what is data engineering in your terms? What do you guys know about data engineering? Anyone? Tell me, please. What is data engineering? What do
End-to-end
you guys
process
know
of
about data engineering?
end-to-end process for
Uh huh.
data management, all of the stuff like how you are getting the data, no matter it's structured or unstructured data, then how you are transferring those data, how are you loading those data, how are you utilizing those data? Yes, all those concepts
Okay.
as a whole.
Okay. So let me gonna tell you. Yes, that's a very good answer. Sir, a data, for example, you will be having a plenty of the data that is coming from different sources, isn't it? Right. So, for example, we may be having a data that is coming from some application. For example, you try to order a ride in the Ola or Uber. The moment you try to interact with an application, that's where the huge amount of data that is getting generated. Right. So, if you wanted to have a breakfast, you go to the Swiggy and order a breakfast. Right. So, whenever a user is interacting with an application, that's where the data is getting generated. And some people stores the data, some companies stores the data in the form of a file format. You may be having a CSV file or a JSON file or a Parquet file. So the data may be stored in the form of a CSV files or a JSON files or a Avro files also. Or the data may be coming from the different databases also. Right, so you have a data that is coming from a MySQL database. Some company stores the data in the form of a tabular format in the databases. It could be a MySQL or a SQL server or a PostgreSQL also. You have a data that is coming from the IoT devices, Internet of Things, we also called as a sensor devices. So you have a data, sir. We have a plenty of the data that is coming from the multiple data sources. Tell me, guys, what do we do with this data? Sir, there's a huge amount of data that is coming from the multiple data sources. Sir, what do we do with this data? Tell me. Shall we delete this one, sir? So what a business manager says, what a business says, that if you try to understand this data, if you try to understand this data properly, then that will give you some kind of a insight. If you try to understand this data, this will give you some kind of a insight or information to improve your business, which will be very useful to improve your business. So this is what it is. Okay, the main end goal of every data engineering aspect or every data company is that they wanted to grow. They wanted to improve their business. They wanted to improve their customer satisfaction, or they wanted to improve their sales. They wanted to improve the customer count. Right? So that's the end goal of every company. But how they can do that? If they wanted to improve something, but how, sir, on what basis, and how to take the measures to improve the business? If you ask me, so the data will give you the information, the data will give you the insight, the data will give you the insight, guys. So data is very important. Data is money for the companies nowadays. Right, so you have a data that is coming from multiple data sources. If you try to understand this data or analyze this data, if you understand this data or analyze the data, which will give you some kind of a insights or a information to improve your business. Right, sir. So this is what is data engineering in a high level. But sir, if I wanted to analyze the data, can I directly go for the analysis? For example, sir, if I wanted to analyze the data, can I directly go for the analysis? For example, here we have a multiple data sources, sir. These are multiple data sources. If I wanted to analyze the data, I cannot directly go ahead and analyze the data, right? First of all, we have to store the data into a one single location, because this data is coming from this application running in different servers. These files are coming from different formats, different servers locations, right? So your data may be coming from different locations or servers or areas or databases or sources. So the very first thing as a data engineering is that you have to extract the data from these multiple data sources. You have to store it into one single layer called data lake or staging area. You can call anything. A data lake or a staging area is a centralized large repository where you store your entire data in the raw format. You are going to store the entire data in the raw format, because so this will act as a source of truth. So you are going to extract the data from these multiple data sources, and you are going to store this data into one single location called data lakes, where we are going to store it in the form of a raw format. Now tell me, guys, now we have the entire data in one single location. Now we have the entire data in one single location. Can you please tell me, is it possible for us to analyze the data now? Can we go for the analysis now?
Maybe using the middle of the some transfer maps and some segregation.
Now, now the entire data with me in the form of a raw format. Is it possible for us to go for a analysis now?
Need to
No, sir.
transform the data.
Yes, sir, we cannot go directly for the analysis because this is a raw data. This raw data contain different problems. Can anyone tell me what kind of a problems that the raw data contain?
We might need to do certain data wrangling process, yes, like some duplicates. We
So
might need to
Different
it
formats.
may
merge.
contain a duplicate, sir. It may contain a null values also, sir. It may contain a bad records also, sir. It may contain a different varieties of formats of the data. It may contain, right, sir? So the raw data contain a different varieties. Yes, some people are texting in the chat box. I see that the answers are correct. So the data may contain a different problems. Because of that, we cannot go for the analysis directly, right, sir? This contain a duplicates or null values, a bad records, or different format of the data that we have altogether. So that is the reason. What do we do, sir? If you ask me, we do the data processing. We clean the data, we process the data, we analyze the data, then only. If you wanted to analyze the data, you have to clean the data properly. So that's the important, one of the important aspect of data engineering is data processing, where you are going to clean the data. You are going to clean the data or enrich the data or prepare the data for the analysis. So this is where you are going to remove all of these problems. All these problems you are going to remove. You handle the null values, you remove the duplicates, you handle the bad records, and you convert the format to a single format. Once the data processing is completed, this is the phase where we can go for the analysis, guys, in the data warehouses. You can analyze the data here, sir. So this is a phase where you can analyze the data in the data warehouses. In most of the data warehouses, you are going to use SQL language for doing the analysis. Once you do the analysis, you are going to store the data in the form of a table or format tables. For example, what is mean by analysis, sir? Meaning that, sir, they wanted, for example, the client wanted to understand the sales trend from last year to this year. If you wanted to understand the sales trend, if you are working for one of the finance or e-commerce platform, you extract the data, you store their entire sales data inside data lake, and you are going to clean the data in the data processing. You are going to prepare the data. Then using the SQL, you are going to create a table for the sales trend. That table can be utilized for the BI or the ML or a data scientist or a business groups. You are going to utilize this data for the downstream, for creating the dashboards or reports or ML for creating ML models out of it, or a data science team can be utilizing this data for the future finding the future trends, and business group can be directly utilizing this data for decision making purpose. Similar to the ETL, yes. Similar to the ETL or ELT, you can think of like that, yes. So data engineering is a process of extracting, storing, processing, and analyzing the data so that the downstream people can be utilize this data for creating the dashboards or reports or ML models out of it, or data science patterns, or business group can utilize this data for the data decision making purpose. In addition to that, as a data engineering, you have to take care of the data governance and monitoring as well, meaning that you have to make sure that your data is accurate and complete throughout the system and can be accessed properly. A proper access control also you're taking care of it. So that's again comes under data governance, is making sure that your data is accurate, your data moving from here to here to here, right? So you make sure that the accurate data and complete data is moving from different platforms, and it is controlled properly with help of the proper governance or data access control. So that is will be taken care by the data governance and monitoring, which is also one of the major important aspect of data engineering. So this is on a high level, sir, data engineering. This particular picture gives you a simple understanding of data engineering. If you guys wanted to see the definition theoretically, you can see here. Read this one, please. Take a minute and try to read this one. Data engineering is a process of collecting, organizing, preparing large amounts of the data so that it can be easily used and analyzed. Right, sir? So during this one, it involves designing the systems and infrastructure that allows the data to be captured, stored, accessed, and efficiently and automatically. Because we are going to do the things automatically, so we are going to build the systems and pipelines. Especially we are going to build the pipelines which will allow the data to be capturing the data, storing the data, processing the data, and accessing the data efficiently. So that will make sure that we are going to create the data pipelines. So this is on a high level data engineering, guys. Okay, in our upcoming sessions, this definition, this point, like how to store the data, how to capture the data, how to process the data, what tools that we are going to use it, how we are going to use it, what are the best practices, all of those things that we are going to cover in the next 3 months. This is to give you on a high level of definition only today. Okay, in our upcoming sessions, each and every term like storing the data, processing the data, analyzing the data, visualizing the data, data monitoring and governance, these aspects we are going to see in a very detail. So then what is the role of a data engineer, sir? The role of a data engineer is that he will work on the data ingestion. He may work on the data storage and management. He may work on the data processing. Should be having a good knowledge on data quality and governance. He should be working on the data pipeline creation. And he will also be able to do the data performance optimization and monitoring and maintenance. Right? As a role or as a data engineer, you should be having a good knowledge on all of these aspects, because you know it's not that every project will have every aspect of this. But if you wanted to become a good data engineer, you should be having a good knowledge on all of these things. Right? So data ingestion, how to ingest the data from the different data sources into the data lake. How to store the data, how to manage the data, how to manage the access to the data. What are the tools that we can use the data processing? How do we use the data processing? How to perform the data quality and governance? How to create the data pipelines? How to perform the performance optimization techniques, right? So these are all very, very important aspect of a data engineering on a daily basis. You will be working on these activities on a daily basis, right? So in the upcoming sessions, we are going to see these things very, very detailed. Each aspect, each topic we are going to cover, guys. Okay, so that is something that I can say. Now the next topic could be, what is Google Cloud Platform? So before that, does anyone have any question on a high level, what is data engineering? Let's not go deeper into the data engineering because we are going to cover it in our upcoming sessions. If anyone have any questions on what is data engineering, if you're not able to understand any term, please raise your hand, guys. We will see if you have any questions on data engineering. Or you can paste your question in the chat box also. If anyone have any questions, please. We will see that. So, sir, we will see the course curriculum. Don't worry about the course curriculum. Just if you have any questions related to the data engineering, stick to the topic. That's a very good question, sir. Is a single data I see in the text, right? So, in a single data engineering project, will the same person work on all the tasks? It's yes, that's a very good question. It is not that you are going to get a chance to work on all of these areas, guys. As a single data engineer, you may not be able to work on these activities on a daily basis. But a one data engineer in your project, one data engineer may work on this area. One data engineer may work on this area. One data engineer may work on. In a company, in a project, multiple data engineers will be there. Good amount of opportunities will be there for. That's the reason in a single project, 3 to 4 data engineers will be there. So one data engineer or two data engineers work on some area, other data engineer will work on other area, right? So some people will build the data pipeline. So that's a, that's how the process in the companies. On a daily basis, whatever you are going to do, it will be changing. In this week, you may be working on data pipeline. The next week, you may be working on data processing, right? So that's how the things goes. Sir, in the real world, is there any set of SQL queries to perform on the data processing stage? Yes, in the data processing, you will be using different techniques, right? So you may use SQL or a PySpark or different techniques to clean the data. Okay. Yes, those are very good questions, guys. Yes. Okay, let's now go to the next topic. Okay, I see a lot of people. Yes, it's 3 months. Sir, for our performance optimization, do we need to have a DBA knowledge? No. Performance optimization is all about how to perform how to make sure that your pipeline is working in a optimized version, or it is taking a optimized time to run it. If a SQL code is running, whether it is running in a proper time or not, it is making, you have to make sure that your pipeline or your code or your system or your entire thing is working in an optimized fashion. That's all about performance optimization. We are going to talk about, sir, what are the performance optimization techniques that we are going to follow for creating the pipelines to make sure that it is running in an optimized time. Yes. Okay. Now we will see, sir. Don't worry about the course prerequisite. We will see the prerequisite and everything. We will talk about the detailed course curriculum in next 10 minutes. Now we will try to understand what is Google Cloud Platform also. Right. So let us try to understand what is Google Cloud Platform also. Can you guys tell me what are the other cloud platforms that you guys know? What are the other cloud platforms that you guys know? Sir,
Azure,
you know about
AWS.
AWS, okay. Sir, we know about Azure also, sir. Sir, we know about Google Cloud Platform. Sir, we know about Alibaba. Yes. We know about Oracle, sir. Sir, we know about IBM. Sir, there are multiple cloud providers, sir. These are all multiple cloud providers available in the market. Sir, these are all multiple cloud providers available in. What are these, sir? If you ask me, sir, these are all multiple cloud providers. These are all multiple cloud providers available in the market. Cloud providers. Sir, what the cloud providers provides us? Can anyone tell me? So these are all multiple cloud providers. What they provide us?
Cloud storage,
Cloud storage,
servers,
servers, infrastructure, services, tools.
Mm,
Right.
yep.
Why do we need them then? When we can create our own infrastructure on premises, why do we need them? Sir,
because
cloud providers provide you the cloud computing services. Do you guys agree?
Yeah.
So they provide you the cloud computing services.
Yeah.
What are why for what purpose we are going to utilize these services if you ask me? Sir, there are multiple cloud providers available in the market. Right, sir? Like AWS, Azure, GCP, Alibaba, Oracle, IBM. These are all multiple cloud providers available in the market. They provide you the cloud computing services for the organizations. Right, sir? They provide the cloud computing services for the organizations. So our organizations are going to be utilizing these services for fulfilling their project requirement. Sir, organizations are going to use these services, utilize these services for fulfilling the project requirement. The project requirements, let us try to see what are the project requirements. Fulfill their project requirements. Meaning that, sir, if they wanted to store the data, they can utilize the service, cloud computing service. If they wanted to process the data, they can utilize a one more service. Analyze the data, visualize the data, govern the data, monitoring. Right, sir. So there are for any of these project requirements, they can utilize these cloud computing services. To fulfill their project requirements, organizations can utilize these cloud computing services. But sir, why do we have to use a cloud computing services when we already have a on-premises infrastructure? Can anyone tell me? Sir, why we have to go for the cloud when we can create our own infrastructure? Why we have to go for restaurants when we can cook our food on our own?
It's more
and
about like services you pay for, yes, and
Mm-hmm.
cost saving, elasticity. Those are the like when you look at from the books, it's more
Mm-hmm.
about the advantages of having the cloud services. Like you
Okay.
don't have to you don't have to worry about many stuffs like optimizing, like maintaining those servers
Yep.
or
So let's take
paying
with an
for the
example.
storage. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's try to understand with an example so that all of you guys can be on the same page, right? Some people already know the answer to it, and some people may not know the answer to it. So let us try to see. Assume that you are working for one of the client and he's asking you to store some 100 terabytes of the data. Sir, you are working for one of the client and the client is asking you to store 100 terabytes of the data. Tell me, how do you store it? Assume that there is no cloud platform. There is no cloud platform. Think in the perspective of there is no cloud platform. How do you store this 100 terabytes of the data? And where do you store it? And how do you store it?
got to be hard drives.
Okay. Sir, if a client is giving me 100 terabytes of the data, if I wanted to store it in a on premises, meaning that without using the cloud platform, on your own self, you have to create the entire resources and you have to store the data. Tell me, if I wanted to store 100 terabytes of the data, the very first activity what we have to do?
Buy the storage.
First of all, we have to purchase the entire infrastructure, meaning that you have to purchase all the resources, right? Such as the servers, hard disk, all of those things you have to purchase it, and you have to create the server out of it. All the machines you have to purchase the machines, I would say. So we purchase the machines. If you wanted to store your photos, assume that you have taken some 100 photos today, Sir, I wanted to store 100 photos. Where do you store it? You purchase one laptop or you purchase some hard drive, you store it there. But similarly, sir, here it is 100 terabytes of the data for the company. You have to purchase all the machines. You have to create a server out of it. You have to, set up the networking, and you have to assign the store. Okay. Install the operating systems, install OS and libraries that are required, set up the networking, assign the storage. See, these are all the things you have to do it, guys. Configure backups, monitoring, and maintenance. So you have to do all of these things on your own. Sir, when you wanted to, store some 100 terabytes of the data, if you guys wanted to store some 100 terabytes of the data, first of all, you have to set up your entire system as per the standard. You need to make sure that your system is as per the standards. Once your systems are as per the standards, then only you can able to go ahead and store this data. Then only you can go ahead and store this data as per the standards, right? According to the company standards, if you got the entire things is ready as per the standard, then you can go ahead and store this data. So if you guys wanted to store the data without any cloud platform, you have to spend a lot of time, lot of effort, lot of money purchasing the machines, creating the server, installing the operating system, setting up the networking, assigning the storage, configuring the backups, monitoring, and maintenance. Reading this one itself, it is taking 1 minute for me, but setting up this one will take almost 2 to 3 months for the companies. It takes a lot of time. When you're working in the on premises, it will take a lot of time, lot of effort, lot of money also. So when you're working in the on premises, you are going to spend a lot of time, lot of effort, lot of money, guys. So this is the problem with the on premises. Then what we can do, guys, if you don't want it to, so because of these disadvantage, what we can do, there is a, do we have any other alternative method of working if I don't want it to use the on premises? So that's where we have the cloud platform, isn't it? So what do we do in the cloud, sir? Do we have to set up any infrastructure? No. So do we have to set up any kind of a server, configure the backups? No, sir. So cloud platforms, if you guys wanted to store the data for the same requirement, you have to create a cloud account. You have to find a suitable service. You have to find a suitable service. Then go ahead and store the data. Tell me how much time this would take. So this is the advantage. What is this suitable service? What is this service, guys? That service is nothing but your cloud computing service. So this is a service that we are talking about is cloud computing services. So cloud is providing you, cloud providers are providing you the cloud computing services. Right, sir. So that is nothing but your cloud computing. So you can find a suitable service for your own requirement, which you don't have to purchase machine. You don't have to create any server, no installation of operating system, no setup, no assignment of storage, no backup, no monitoring, no maintenance. All the things are provided by the cloud platforms itself. You can focus on the innovation rather than building the infrastructure. We can focus on innovation rather than building the infrastructure. So that's the important aspect of the cloud platform. So that is the reason most of the companies nowadays started utilizing the cloud computing services. Right, so there are multiple cloud providers available in the market. One of such a cloud platform is what, sir? If you ask me, one of such a cloud platform is a Google cloud platform, everyone. One of such a cloud platform is a Google cloud platform. You can see here. So Google cloud platform is providing you The Google Cloud Platform is providing you a multiple cloud computing services. So Google Cloud Platform is one of the leading cloud provider which provides you the multiple cloud computing services for the organizations. Right, sir. So Google Cloud Platform is one of the leading cloud provider which provides you the cloud computing services for the organizations to fulfill their project requirements, such as storing the data, processing the data, analyzing the data, visualizing the data, govern the data, monitoring and maintenance. If you guys wanted to do all of these activities, do we have to create any infrastructure? Do we have to set up any kind of installations? Tell me guys, do we have to do it? No, sir, because cloud providers will take care of all of those infrastructure. You will have a ready-made infrastructure. It is like if you wanted to have a food, if you go to restaurant, however you order a breakfast or a lunch, right? However you order a biryani if you go to a restaurant. In the similar fashion, you can order a cloud computing service. You can order the infrastructure how much you need, you can use them, and these services are highly scalable also. Okay, so that is what is Google Cloud Platform, guys. GCP is one of the leading cloud provider which provides you the cloud computing services for the organizations to fulfill the project requirements in the companies. Okay, so that is what we have just seen. You can read this one, guys. The definition, please try to read it. Take a minute and try to read this one, please. Sir, Google Cloud Platform is a leading cloud provider that offers range of products and solutions to help the organizations to build the application, deploy the application, and scale the applications and services in the cloud platform. And sir, these services are highly reliable, secure, and scalable infrastructure. Okay, sir, what are those services it is offering, sir? GCP. If you ask me, so Google Cloud Platform is offering you a plenty of the services. You can see here, guys. It is offering you compute services, identity and security services, management tools, networking services, big data services, storage and database services, and machine learning services. Google Cloud Platform is offering you a plenty of the services such as compute, identity and security, management tools, networking services, big data services, storage and database services, and machine learning services. So as a data engineer, we are going to mainly focus on these two areas, guys. Big data services and storage and database services. So as a data engineer, we are going to focus on these two areas. Okay. And sir, these services are, so why we learn the GCP? If you ask me, sir, these services has a good, very good community support. Google Cloud Platform has a very good community support, and the service cost is very less compared to the other cloud platforms. Sir, why people are nowadays using the GCP? If you ask me, even though it is a new cloud platform, one is community support, because Google is with us from the last 2 decades. We've been using the plenty of the Google products already. Google Search, YouTube, Google products like Google Analytics, Google Photos. So Google has a very good community support, and it is offering you the cost-effective services. Why companies using it? Because you are going to get a very good security with all the scalability with a very less cost compared to the Azure and AWS. Because of that, most of the companies have started using the GCP because of its cost effective nature. And these services are flexible, scalable, reliable, secure, and it is also offering the fully managed and fast. So because of these many features such as community support, cost effective nature, the services are flexible and scalable, and reliable services it is offering you, and security at high, and fully managed and serverless services also it is offering. Because of these things, most of the companies started using the GCP. There are plenty of opportunities outside in the market, guys. There's a very, very good demand for the GCP now. Even last 6 months, in the last 6 months or before 1 year also, I don't see this much of demand nowadays, which is having. GCP people are having a very, very good calls, I would say. In the 1 year back, we have not seen. In 1 year back, we have a good amount of calls, but not this much. There's a very, very good demand I'm seeing in the market for the GCP data engineers. Okay, so that is something that I can say. And you can also see the growth market. So compared to the AWS and Azure, the growth market in the last quarter is very good. And yes, so far we have seen about Google Cloud Platform. Does anyone have any questions on the Google Cloud Platform before we talk about the course curriculum? So we are going to next topic. We are going to see the course curriculum, guys. A detailed course curriculum. We are going to see all the topics. I'm going to talk about it. What are the things that we are going to cover? Before that, if anyone have any questions on the Google Cloud Platform, please raise your hand. We will see that. If anyone have any questions on the what is Google Cloud Platform, you can please raise your hand. Yes, Chandra. Chandra, you have any question?
Good morning, sir.
Uh-huh.
Sir, I have couple of things to ask actually exactly. So I do not have any much more good knowledge about the SQL. And if I learn the GCP
We will
data
talk
engineering,
about these things. Yeah. Chandra, we will
hello.
talk about hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
I will give you the time for asking you this kind of a questions. We will stick to the topic. What is, if you have any questions related to the GCP only, please ask me, guys. Any questions related to your current exposures, or is it possible for me to learn the cloud and get the job? Such kind of a questions we will see at the end. Any questions related to the GCP? Okay, please ask me now. We will see all the. I'm gonna give you the time for you to ask the common questions. People may be having it. Okay. Please raise your hand. Do not talk. Ramana, yes, please. Do you have any question? Yes, yes. Oracle also one of the cloud platform. Yes. It's not that every cloud platform will provide you all the features. Okay, right? So Oracle has its SQL doing. You can also do the data processing and data analytics and ML also. But beyond that, you cannot do. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, these are cloud platforms. I mean, you may not know it. These are private cloud platforms. Yes. Yes, Veera, you have any question, Veera? So just now we have started the demo session. Today only we have started the demo session, just 20 minutes back. Yes. Yes, Srinivasulu, you have any question?
Yeah, so regarding GCP, right? So what kind of like banking sectors are more into GCP, or any other sectors are taking more in GCP?
So plenty of other cloud platforms are there, and multiple, the companies are using the cloud platforms for different areas, right? For example, nowadays in every domain, the cloud is actually utilized. Banking domain, GCP is very famous for banking and healthcare. We have been seeing the trend, banking, healthcare, and finance. Most of the
Okay.
companies started using the
Okay.
GCP. And similarly, from which is famous for data engineering, if you ask, ML activities, Azure and GCP. So these are the two cloud platforms, very having a very good amount of opportunities. A lot amount of opportunity for data engineering. If you find it out, sir, there are 100 opportunities in the market. If there are 100 opportunities in the market, you will find 60 here, or maybe I think so I'll say 50 here. Just here. So for example, you will be having 45 maybe, and 35 or 30 here, 35 maybe, and rest of all other cloud platforms, AWS and others. So that much amount of good market for the data engineering. See, out of see 90 jobs are 80 jobs are here only for Azure and GCP. Rest of all other cloud platforms like AWS, IBM, and all of Snowflake and all of those things. 80% of the jobs are here. Sir, why we are not learning the Azure? If you ask me, there's a huge competition. I'm telling you, huge competition, very huge competition. Getting the job becomes almost difficult. Most of the students of mine who have learned the Azure also, they come to and Azure learn the Azure, learned GCP from me, again get the job. So I have seen many people attending the Azure. They are not able to get the job because of the huge competition. They are again coming to me and attending the GCP sessions. I have seen many people because GCP has less competition and less manpower, first of all. Very less people know about the GCP nowadays, first thing, but there's a very good amount of opportunity. The opportunities are almost same, you see. The opportunities are almost same, but the competition is very less. When you have a very less competition, I'm telling you, getting the job becomes easy. Getting the job becomes easy. But when you have a huge competition, getting the job becomes very almost difficult. I've seen many people attending are switching from Azure to the GCP because of this competition only. Okay, so this is a major difference between the Azure and AWS. Sorry, AWS, Azure, and GCP. This is a major difference, guys. When it comes to the job perspective, sir, how do you differentiate it? When it comes to the resource perspective, all the cloud platforms are same. Azure, AWS, GCP, these are all three leading cloud providers. When it comes to the infrastructure, they are same. They provide you the equal amount of infrastructure. When it comes to the cost, GCP is cost effective. When it comes to the cost, GCP is cost effective. So that's the reason most of the companies started utilizing it. When it comes to the competition, GCP is having the less competition compared to other cloud platforms. Compared to the AWS and Azure, GCP is having less competition. Getting the job becomes easy. Compared to the opportunities, maybe Azure is having more number of opportunities, but you see it is not much difference. You don't see the much difference. So that's something that I can say. Yes. Sham, you have any question? Yes, please. I can't hear you. You can keep your questions. Sir, Kubernetes my voice is okay. So Kubernetes, we're not covering the Kubernetes. This is not for Kubernetes is not required for data engineers. This is for DevOps. So we are mainly focusing on the data engineering aspects for getting into the job. Okay, that's the main aspect of it. Yes, please. Yes, Ramana. It's also one of the database. Yes, Teradata database. Yeah. All right. So now we have seen what is data engineering. We have also seen what is Google Cloud Platform and the difference between the other cloud platforms also. Now, let us try to see the detailed course curriculum, guys. Let me gonna tell you the detailed course curriculum that we are going to cover as a part of the thing, guys. Let's try to cover the detailed course curriculum. Let me gonna mention here. GCP Data Engineering curriculum, I would say. So I'm going to talk about the detailed course curriculum over here, guys. I want you guys to pay attention and see each and every topic that we are going to cover. So this is what. Okay, look at here. So first we will be actually starting with our course. Programming. We will be starting our course with the programming, guys. Okay. So in the programming, we are going to mainly, sir, SQL is the prerequisite for the course. I wanted to tell you here. Sir, SQL is the prerequisite. We are not teaching the SQL. This is a prerequisite for the course. Okay, we are going to cover Python. Sorry, first we will be learning about Linux basics. Then we will learning about Python. Then we will be learning about PySpark. There we will also learn about Apache Beam. So these are the programming aspects that we are going to cover. As when it comes to the programming, these are very, very simple. Don't think that, sir, we are going to learn these things which we do not know it. Don't worry about at all. I'm going to teach you all of these things in a very, very simple way that you can become a very good data engineer. You can trust me on that because I've been teaching it from last 3 years. You know how much experience I have now. More than 90 plus batches have ran it. More than multiple corporate trainings also have provided on the GCP Data Engineering. You are in a very, very safe hands. Don't worry about anything. Just focus on, just follow my lead. Now after that we will actually go into the cloud basics. So then we will go into the cloud basics, guys. In this one, actually I will talk about the Python first, then only I will talk about this thing. Yes. Then we will go to the cloud basics, guys. In the cloud basics, we will see the GCP introduction, then GCP interfaces, and then we will learn about GCP console walkthrough. In this one, we are going to learn about, or we are going to see how to create a free account, guys. So don't worry about it. I'm going to tell you here. Create free account for you to create free account in the GCP. GCP free account we are going to create. We are going to create GCP free account, guys. So this will help you to all the implementations, all the development, all pipeline creations, everything that we are going to do in this free account only. So all the projects, everything will be covered here. All the things we are going to implement. So however you are going to work in the company, the similar fashion we are going to do the implementations in this free account only. And this free account is valid up to 90 days. I will tell you how to set up that later. And then GCP locations, GCP IAM and admin. So these are the cloud basics that everyone must know, whether you are a data engineer, whether you are a cloud engineer, whether you are a DevOps engineer, whether you are a ML engineer in the GCP, whether you are a AI engineer in the GCP, everyone must know these cloud basics. Everyone must know this cloud basics. This is very, very important for everyone to start in the GCP. Okay. So first we will learn about the Python. Then we come to the cloud basics, then we learn the Linux, and then we learn. So according to the fall, this is not the same fashion that we are going to learn, but first we will learn Python, then we will learn the cloud basics all, then learn the Linux basics, and that's how we are going to learn it. Okay. So this is about cloud basics. And then we will start with that data engineering services, or I would say DE services, data engineering services. Sir, what are the data engineering services that we are going to cover, sir, if you ask me? First, we are going to start with the cloud storage, also called as a GCS. Then we are going to start with the cloud SQL. Then we are going to cover the BigQuery. Sir, here we have three services. Cloud storage is to store your files. Cloud SQL is your RDBMS solution. BigQuery is your data warehouse solution. So these are three storage and database services. These are three storage and database services where cloud storage is to store your files. Cloud SQL will be acting as a RDBMS solution, database solution. BigQuery is a data warehouse solution. Don't worry about it. In our upcoming sessions, we will see detail. Then data processing comes into the picture, such as data proc, data flow, very important service, and PubSub, and then Composer, also called as the Airflow, and then Cloud Functions. We're also covering the Databricks on the Google Cloud Platform, Databricks on GCP. We are also covering the Databricks on GCP. So this is also covered. So when it comes to the data engineering services, guys, we are going to cover cloud storage, cloud SQL, and BigQuery, Dataproc, Dataflow, PubSub, Composer, Cloud Functions, Databricks. Complementary, I would say complementary. So you have Terraform video for complementary, and we have Data Fusion also complementary. These are videos. When I say complementary, you have videos for it. You have videos for it. So this is also complementary, and this is also, these two things are complementary, not important for you. Why I am providing, sir, complementary? Because these are not very much important nowadays to get the job. But if you wanted to learn it on your own, sir, I am going to provide you the videos which I have taught it in our previous sessions, in my previous batches. Nowadays it is not very much in trend, so that's the reason I am giving you as a complementary. Terraform and data fusion. Okay, so this is something that I would say. So these are the two things are provided as a complementary. So these are the data engineering services that we are covering as a part of this course. Then, sir, what are the case studies, projects, and all of those things are covered, if you ask me. So that's where we've come to the case studies or projects or use cases or whatever it is. So these are all same. So we are going to cover these things. So the part of this one, so whenever we are covering any of these services, you are going to cover these things, guys. For example, when we are covering the cloud SQL, we have a database migration project, a DB migration project, database migration project in cloud SQL. We are going to learn in cloud SQL, we are going to have a database migration project. Okay. 2 data analytics project. 2 data analytics projects in BigQuery. Very, very important. I'm going to show you guys. Maybe in our notes, we have a detailed notes. So however, we are covering for example, cloud basics, I told you, right? So GCP introduction, GCP interfaces, console, Cloud Shell, Cloud SDK. Console walkthrough, I told you, right? How to create a free account, project setup, enabling the billing, enabling the APIs, and what is project and how do we set up all of these things, we will see. GCP locations. So what is GCP location, region, zone, selection criteria? And IAM and admin, right? So what is IAM and what is user account, service account, groups, and what are the roles, how to assign the roles, what are the basic roles, predefined roles, custom roles. We are going to learn all of these things on a high level, guys. Very, very important for everyone to understand these basics and how to create a free account. Installing the SDK and a Linux basics. I told you Linux basics. And then after that, we are going to learn about Python also. Data chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4. Python data types, strings, operators, numbers, boolean, none. Chapter 2, list, tuple, dictionary, and set. Chapter 3, if, elif, and else statements, for loop and while loops, exceptional handling, file input output operations. Chapter 4, functions and classes. So these are the Python for data engineers, especially designed for it. And very first service, Google Cloud Storage. Cloud storage, what is cloud storage? How to create a bucket using the console, how to create a bucket using the Cloud Shell. You have assignments, you have a quiz also. Cloud SQL, what is Cloud SQL? RDBMS solution, I told you, right? Database solution. What is Cloud SQL? Connecting it to the Cloud SQL. Data migration phases. What are the migration phases? How the team will be there? How to do the migration planning, schema, and data migration. So here we are going to cover database migration project, right? So that's what it is, this one. Database migration project. And then sample data and assignment also you have it. BigQuery. What is BigQuery? BigQuery is architecture, sample data set for practice purpose, working with the BigQuery, guys. How to work with BigQuery? Different ways of creating the tables in the BigQuery. All the code and everything is here only, guys. Different types of tables, native tables and external tables, partitioning and clustering, complex data types. Here we are going to work with JSON, array, and all of those kind of data. Examples also, nested and repeated fields, assignment 1, case study 1 and case study 2. 2 case studies I told you, right? So this is one of the case study. It's like a project. Case study is like a project only, right? So what is your project overview? What are the tech stack that we are using? Data sources and your architecture and folder structure, medallion architecture we are using, bronze design, silver design, silver quality checks, gold design. So everything is very detailed, guys. Business aggregations, everything in very detail we are going to cover. So that's 2 data analytics projects in the BigQuery. And then 3 I think 3 case studies, right? So when you go to the data proc, the next service is data proc. We will understand what is Hadoop and Spark, what is data proc, how to create the cluster, what is Spark and PySpark, the lab sessions. We are going to learn the PySpark here. We will learn the PySpark here. And sample data set for practice, case study 1, 2, and 3, assignment 1, assignment 2, assignment 3. So 3 case studies, 3 assignments. 3 case studies in the data progress. 3 end-to-end case studies are end-to-end pipelines, I would say. End-to-end pipelines. The end-to-end pipelines we are going to create in the data prog. Similarly, the next service is data flow. If you go to the data flow, everything, whatever I'm showing will be covered here, guys. What is data flow and how it is different from the data proc? What is Apache Beam? So in the data proc, we are going to learn PySpark. In the data flow, we are going to learn about the Apache Beam framework. These are 2 different languages. Okay. So creating the workbench, lab sessions here. So here is a lab sessions. What is P collection? What is P transform? How to extract the data? How to load the data? Sample data set for practice. Template method of creating the pipeline. Case study 1, assignment 1, case study 2. Here we are going to learn the 2 case studies in the data flow. Actually 3. Why case study? Oh yeah, 2 only. Actually it is 3 because template method is also one more case study, but I am going to mention it as 2 case studies. That's fine. 2 end-to-end pipelines. Sir, here in this one of the pipeline in the data flow is I am going to build a streaming pipeline also. You see, we are in the case study 2, we are building a streaming pipeline. So we will also be covering the streaming pipeline, guys. Okay, so which is going to be very, very good for you to understand how the streaming pipeline implemented and how it actually works in the real world. We are going to see within this example. You will be very happy to see that. And PubSub, right? So we are going to see the PubSub. What is PubSub and how to use the PubSub and PubSub architecture. And PubSub is for one of the streaming tool. So that's where we are going to use a PubSub topic here. We have a PubSub topic here. Okay, so that's something that we are utilizing. Then Airflow. Nothing but a composer and Airflow both are same, guys. You can see I mentioned here. Composer and Airflow both are same. So what is composer? What is Airflow? The architecture. What is DAG? How to create the DAG? Cron job format. Creating the composer environment. Level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. 4 levels of DAGs. Nothing but 4 end-to-end DAGs we are going to create. 4 end-to-end DAGs we call it as DAGs. DAGs we are going to create it in the Airflow or composer. In the Google Cloud Platform, we call it as a composer. That's it. Both are same. Right? So this is something. And the data fusion, there's a one end-to-end pipeline in the data fusion that's complementary, as I told you. Data fusion complementary end-to-end pipeline is there. I'm not mentioning because I'm not covering in the sessions, but that's a video is available. You can see here, the video is already there. Video is attached. Similarly, functions, cloud functions, right? So one use case, one case study, one use case, one case study, or one use case, I would say. One use case. And cloud functions. We are going to cover one cloud functions. That's one more thing. And as a complementary, I told you, right? Terraform. So Terraform, we have it here. What is Terraform? And Terraform installation, Terraform registry, and you have the video. Click here to watch the video. The moment you click on it, it will be taking you to the YouTube for watching this video. Terraform lifecycle, you have a dump also here. Okay, so this is something that you can see. That's again complementary. You can say I mentioned here. And then finally the Databricks. So here in this one, we are going to learn what is Databricks, Databricks architecture, setting up the free trial on the Databricks. We are going to learn the Databricks on top of the GCP. We are going to set up the free trial, 14 days free trial. And the Databricks dictionary, lab sessions, clusters, notebooks, DB utility commands, Unity catalog, Delta tables, data frames, structured streaming, autoloader, and a project. So in this one, mainly we are going to learn 2 use cases. One is for the streaming and one or more is for the autoloader. Two use cases, one is for the streaming. So we are going to understand how the streaming framework and autoloader framework, how they are working in the Databricks, we are going to learn. Right, so this is something that I would say. So these are all programming, cloud basics, data engineering services, and the case studies we are going to cover as a part of this thing. Additionally, for my students, I am going to provide you 2 projects for free. I'm going to provide you 2 projects for free for all my students. So this is, I am providing you as again a complimentary, which are my Udemy courses, guys. I'm providing you my Udemy courses for free. They are, one is a GCP project, which is of 8 hours project. 8 hours project. And one more is Databricks project, which is of 5.5 hours project, or 5 hours project. So this is, I am giving you for complimentary, guys. You don't get it anywhere, and I am giving it to you for free. On the final session, I am going to give you, guys. Once everything is completed, you are going to get these 2 projects for free, guys. One is GCP project, one more is Databricks project, which I have created and which is very, very, very famous in the GCP projects and the Udemy. Nowadays, I have got a very good community for the GCP projects itself. I build only the projects in the Udemy, and for them I'm giving you 1 project on GCP, 1 project on Databricks for free, which is very, very, very good project for you to get a good exposure to the GCP projects, Google Cloud Platform Data Engineering, if you wanted to understand. So this is one more thing that I'm providing you guys, right? And finally, course details. When it comes to the course details, we will see the course details finally, and I'll give you the time for you to ask the questions, guys. Finally, the course details. Sir, we all know that, sir, the course is Google Cloud GCP Data Engineering. We all know that the course name is GCP Data Engineering, and the duration is 3 months. And every day the session will be, the timing is same, guys. 3 months. The session set 7 a.m. or we will change it 7 a.m. or 7:30. I think 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. every day, Monday to Friday. Monday to Friday only. Live sessions only, guys. These are live sessions. Okay. 3 month live sessions, I would say. Live sessions, and recordings, daily recordings will be provided on a daily basis. You will get the recordings. Daily recordings are provided. The recordings of 1 year validity. I think 1 year validity. I think 10 months or 1 year validity. But yeah, daily recordings will be shared. It is of 1 year validity. And one more thing. And I have shown you the notes, right? I'm going to share you the notes. You are going to get the daily, I'm going to share my comprehensive notes. Yes, whatever I have shown you, right? I'm going to give you the access to the notes. We will be providing you the access to the notes. And the notes, again, if you go actually to the notes, this is not just notes. If you go to the interview tab, we have my LinkedIn community. You can ping me in LinkedIn also. And resume templates, you can see. So for those people who wanted to prepare your resumes, or I do not know how to prepare it, you have the resume templates for you to prepare the resumes here. And for those who are planning to attend the interviews, you have an interview introduction, project 1 explanation, project 2 explanation also. Data engineering theoretical questions, topic wise theoretical questions, you have it here, most commonly asked questions. SQL coding questions, all commonly asked SQL coding questions, you have it here, guys. And similarly, Python coding questions, you have all the commonly asked Python coding questions also, you have it here. Which makes your, maybe you think that sir is copying somewhere and pasting it here. No. I am telling you, I'm been in this GCP market from last 3 years. Most commonly asked questions I have pasted here. These are commonly asked questions. Before you go interview, you just come here and recap these things. I'm telling you, this will give you a very good understanding of the interviews. You can easily crack the interviews. Put a lot of effort of building all of these things. And I want you guys to, when you go for an interview, you will understand this, the depth of these things. Okay. At that point of time, it will be very, very handy, very useful for you to crack your interviews. Okay. So this is something that interview section, I would say. All right. So comprehensive material, you have the resumes. and interview questions also provided. For those people who wanted to go for certification, you have a certification dumps also. Certification dumps for you to crack the certification dumps for you to crack the certification exams. So you have here interview questions and the resume templates. So this is all about our things, guys. All about our course. Here it is. Everything, the course details also you have it here. If anyone have any question, now you can please raise your hand. What is the prerequisite for the course? Can anyone guess it? What is the prerequisite for this course?
SQL.
SQL is the prerequisite for the course, guys. I want you guys to understand, sir. The prerequisite for the course is SQL. SQL is the prerequisite for the course. Rest of all the things on me, and you will learn all the things from me. Rest of all the things you will learn from me. Only prerequisite for the course is SQL, guys. Basic knowledge on the SQL is more than enough. Rest of all the things you can. Okay, so that's the important. The prerequisite for the course is SQL.
So you talked about certification. So what certification will we be able to
If you guys
attain?
wanted to do the certifications, you have a certification dumps. Either you can go for GCP Associate Cloud Engineer certification, or you can go for Professional Data Engineer certification with this course. Yes.
Okay.
All right.
And when will be the formal class starting? So this is
It
just a
is already
demo.
started from today. Guys, the
Okay.
sessions are started from today and it will be regular. Today and tomorrow is the demo sessions. Okay. Don't think that, sir, these will be again covered. No. Today and tomorrow you may think that this will be covered again. No, these are demo sessions, nothing but the regular sessions only. Only that it is free for you. That's the reason it is called as demo. And tomorrow we are going to start the very first topic. That is nothing but your cloud basics, GCP introduction and interfaces. We are going to cover this cloud basics tomorrow. Okay,
Okay.
sir, we are going to
Okay.
cover these cloud basics tomorrow. The sessions already started. You can think like that. Okay. I would try to mention this one here. So the cloud basics and the programming, I will mention here like this. So we will be starting with the cloud basics, introduction, interfaces, all of these things. Then we go to the programming, and then we go to one by one, each and everything we are going to cover. Okay, tomorrow we are going to start with this particular topic. Okay, yes. Now please raise your hand, guys. Do not ask directly the questions. Please raise your hand so that it gives me that who is actually talking. Okay, please raise your hand. That will actually is our things. So if anyone have any questions, please raise your hand. Yes, Srikant, you have any question? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. No, you don't need to learn it. You don't need to learn any other things except these things to get the job into the GCP data engineering. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Though they are the sources, you don't need to know about them. Okay. Right, sir. So, if for learning them, that the sun is will be in the round, or the earth is revolves in the round. It doesn't mean that you have to see and you have to, research it, right? So, it's something that you'll know. That's it. You don't have to learn about those things. Basic knowledge in the SQL is more than enough for you. Okay. You will understand it in our upcoming sessions, guys. Don't worry about these things. Every technical aspect is on me to cover it and help you to understand in a very simple way. That's on me, I would say. Okay. Yes. I'll help you to understand. Yes. And I see some people raised your hand. Yes, Ramana, you have any question? Very good question. Sir, I am attending this session. Very good question. Some people may be having this question, right? Sir, I am attending this session, but how can I keep my experience? How to manage my experience, sir? If you ask me, I know that people will ask me. I have come up with this image already. Okay. So, sir, for you, the roles are like this. Either you can go as a GCP data engineer, GCP big data engineer, GCP big data specialist. All these are same. Some companies will have some fancy names, but all these are same roles. Second thing, this is your experience. Whether you are having any kind of an experience, sir, I have 2 years, I have 3 years, I have 5 years, I have 7 years, I have 9 years, I have 11 years. So even though you have any years of experience, you can prepare your resume like this. For example, I'm going to take a typical example of people having the 5 years of experience. Sir, if a person is having 5 years of experience, how this to read it properly? So if you are having a 5 years of experience, if you wanted to prepare the resume, you put last 2 years on the GCP, rest of the 3 years, whatever the current experience that you have. Rest of the 3 years, whatever the current experience that you have, you can put it. So first 2 years, last 2 years on the GCP, rest of the 3 years on the current experience. You have to prepare your resume like that. You go to the interview like that. Okay, so that's how you have to prepare your. Even for 3 years, 1.5 years, ever it's 2.5, 9 years, 2.5, 11, 3 plus, you can mention. So in such a way that you have to prepare your resume, upload to the Naukri and LinkedIn, get the interviews, and apply for the or attend the interviews. So that's how you have to do it. Okay. No, minimum 3 years will get good amount of calls. Okay. Yeah, 3 plus having a good amount of calls. Yes. Total. No, no, no. 5 years means total 5 years experience. No, no, no. Read it. Read this one, man. Read this one. Read this one, please. 5 years is totally years of experience. 2 years on the GCP. Whatever your current experience you have, you can mention that. Anything, whether you are coming from mechanical or anything, you can mention that. That's totally fine. Or if you wanted to manage it, you can mention SQL developer or something. So that is also fine. We don't, I don't manage any documents. You have to take care of it on your own. Hmm. No, no, you don't show it, right? So you have to see, for example, currently you are working in some company. Okay. Okay. That company, you have been working on it from the last 3 years or 2 years. Okay. And you may be working on some other, mechanical engineer. Okay. Non-IT. And I'm not saying you to put this as a non-IT. You put this as a GCP. That's it. Your documents, you have it with your company, right? The same document, same everything will work as a GCP data engineer only. Not that you are not mentioning, because companies will not ask you. For example, you got a job in some company called Accenture. Accenture will not ask your current company that what is his role, what is the tool he is working. This company will not tell to anything to Accenture. Okay, the companies will not disclose any of the tools that you have used. What is your role in that? They will only ask you that whether this guy is working in the company from last 3 years, 2 years or not. It will only be checking that. It will not ask you any of the roles and any of the tools, any of the projects that you have worked. They will not disclose anything. Okay. Hmm. You can put anything, man. So three, if you have 3 plus 2, last 3 years, last 2 years, or 2 plus the last 3 years, anything you can put it. But the last 3 years, you have to put last current recent experience should be 3 GCP. Yes. Yes, Sumit, you have any question? Okay, great. Thank you. Yes, Sham, you have any question?
Sir, one question. So, can you perform any data migration using GCP services?
Data migration, yes, we can do that, and we are seeing one of the data migration project also, DB, database migration project we are going to run, right?
Okay. As
Yes.
per this role, so we can create infrastructures like compute engines and S3 storages.
Huh.
We can, right?
Ramana, do not talk in between, okay? I have given you the time. If you have any questions, again raise your hand. Do not talk in between anyone. Do not talk anyone in between. If you have any questions, please raise your hand. That's it. Yes, Sam. We are going to cover the database migration project in this project, and we are going to create all the infrastructure that is required. Yes.
Okay. And also, I want the GKE service. So, is it covered in the
We are not
this?
covering the GKE. No.
Okay. Is the service available in the GCP?
Yes, it is. Google Kubernetes Engine is available in the GCP. But if you want, I can give you some complimentary video. But it is not. We are not covering in the sessions. Yes.
Yeah. My background will be the migration only,
Okay.
data migration, component migration. I'm from the cloud engineer, so
Okay.
Salesforce cloud
Sure.
engineer. That's why I'm asking GK. I'm focusing on GK mainly. That is
Okay. Okay.
my primary question to you. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Can I go ahead and learn these concepts, right? So,
Yes. Of course, you can. Yes.
okay. Thank you. No tough question. Thank you.
Yes, every day we will be having the doubt clearing sessions, guys. Yes, some people will be asking in the chat box, sir, do we have a doubt clearing sessions on everyday basis? Yes, every topic is completed. However, I'm giving you the time for you to ask the questions. Every topic, every 15-20 minutes, we will be having the doubt clearing sessions. If a topic is completed, the doubt clearing session, you can ask the question. I'm going to give you the time. So that's what my sessions will be.
Is
Do
there
we
a
need to take the sessions?
prerequisite to learn AWS Azure? So something needed in this
Not
course?
required. SQL
Okay.
is fine.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
And we cannot you cannot download the recordings, guys, and you cannot download the notes. Whatever the recordings that we are providing, you cannot download it, and the notes also you cannot download it. These are accessible for you for 1 year. The notes as well as recordings are provided for you for 1 year. You can directly access them, and it will be provided you as a drive access to you. And will there be support given for the lab session? For the labs, if you are facing any issues, you will be having a group created. Whenever you are practicing, if you are facing any issues, you can ping in the group, or in the you can text in the group. Any questions will be, I will be answering it, and our other students will also be able to answer it. Yes, whenever you are doing any kind of a lab sessions, you can ping in the group for any kind of a help. We will be able to help you. And Dataplex we are not covering, guys. Is it required or important to know compute identity and management tools and networking surface GCP? For GCP data engineering, it is not very much important. But anyway, we will be learning what is compute, what is IAM and admin. Right? You can see here IAM and admin, identity and all of those things. And when you are learning the data proc, you will get to know what is virtual machine and all of those things. Yes, you will get to know these things, management and all of these things you will get to know. But as a data engineer, you don't have to full-fledgedly focus on these things. Okay? Yes. If anyone have any, Neeraj, you have any question?
So, will we be touching anything regarding machine learning?
No, we are not covering anything related. This is mainly focusing on GCP data engineering. But how machine learning or a Gen AI perspective, data engineering data engineer works, right? So such kind of things that we are going to cover. But we are not learning any of the related topics to the ML model creations and all of those things. No.
Okay. So, any of the migration processes, the project that we are talking about,
Yes.
will we be feeding some of the reporting tool, maybe like
That's one of the
Tableau
thing is
or
that. That is one of the thing is that if you go to this one, and this one Looker we are using where we are creating some kind of a dashboard. Yes, we'll get
okay,
to know.
because
Yes,
because
some
I
high level idea
am
you are get it. Yes, I get your
yeah.
point. Yeah,
Okay, thank you. That's
sure,
what.
sure. Yes, Ramana, you have any question? No, these kind of things you will understand it by the end of the session, because if I tell you what is project and how you are dealing it, all of those things will be you are unknown to you. But once you actually attend these sessions, you will get to know the depth of your course and depth of the project and depth of the knowledge that you have, and whether you will be able to manage it or not. That time you will get to know whether you have to put 1 year or 2 years. And the end of the session we will talk about it. You have a final session where we will talk about how you have to prepare your resume. That time you will I'll tell you these things. Yeah. We will see that. We will see how you have to put it. We will see. Yes. Yes, Subhranshu, you have any questions? Subhranshu Sharma. So the level of understanding is that you should know all the DDL, DML, and filtering the data, grouping the data, joining, and aggregations. Mostly these things. Okay, maybe I have here one of the image also, I think somewhere. Here it is. So you already know data types equal create DDLDML, order by group, union, aggregations. So these are some of the things, right? Commonly used things. Right? If you know these things, more than enough. Yeah. For those people who do not know how to learn these SQL concepts, sir, you have a free SQL session. I have given a link also. You can learn. Okay. Yeah, I'm pasting this thing. Yeah, I'm pasting this thing in the chat box. If you guys wanted to start learning, I think this link is not coming, I guess. Okay, sorry. So I'm pasting this here, guys. So you can also learn these basics. Meanwhile, if you have the time, go ahead and learn these SQL basics. Terraform is not mandatory, but if you, it is only for your knowledge purpose. If you wanted to learn, you can learn, but it is not mandatory. Yes. Okay. All right. So yes, Kaushik, you have any question? Yes, you are audible. Thank you for that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. So if you're not working from last 1 year, 2 years, or do you have a career gap or what? If you have a 2 years, I mean, you have to manage with some document by saying that this is what is your experience. Okay. That's something that if you are managing the documents, and this will give you some knowledge. Okay. Yes. Okay. Okay. Within 7 days, we'll be entering into the DTV data engineering services. Okay. Right. So at first 6 days, first 1 week is on the cloud basics, and then after that, GCP data engineering services. Yeah. You can do that. Yes, you can do that. All right. So if anyone have any question, please raise your hand, guys. I hope you have learned something out of session today. And if you guys still have any questions related to the GCP data engineering curriculum or any questions related to your, the background, you can please ask me. And from tomorrow, I just wanted to, I forgot to tell you. So tomorrow we are having demo 2. So we are having the demo session 2 tomorrow for free, guys. You can attend the 2 second demo session also tomorrow for free. Okay. The same link you can use it. The link is same. Tomorrow we are having the second demo session. Please attend the demo session because we are going to talk about the very, very important topic, that is GCP interfaces. Very, very important topic that we are going to talk about it tomorrow, guys. We should so this is something that introduction and interfaces is something that we are going to talk it tomorrow. If you are missing it, I'm telling you, every day you are going to use these interfaces. Every day, today, this class, every topic you are going to talk about it, we are going to use these GCP interfaces. These are very, very basic things that everyone must know. Every topic will use GCP interfaces, which is very, very important aspect that everyone must know about the interfaces. Tomorrow we are going to cover very, very important session. Do not miss it, which will not be covered again. I would say very, very important session. Do not miss it. Yeah. We'll tell you how to create a free account in later point of time, guys. I'll tell you. Okay. Yeah. How to create a free tier account, I will tell you. Don't worry. And if anyone still have any questions, we will talk about it, guys. Otherwise, we can wind up the session, guys. Okay. Yep. If anyone have any questions, you can please ask me, guys. Otherwise, we can wind up the session for today. Please attend the demo session tomorrow. Okay, thank you all. Have a great day. I hope you have learned something out of the session today. And we will meet tomorrow and we will understand very important session tomorrow. Thank you all. Have a great day. Bye-bye. Thank you all.